You know what, I kind of appreciated this season a lot more than I remember the first time watching it, because welcome back to the James Rambling Reviews for yet another episode, and in today's episode we'll be talking about Stranger Things Season 3, or Stranger Things 3, or whatever you want to call it, from 2019. And before I get into how I feel about this review and how I feel about the show and the season as a whole, well, I would give it out of 10 and stuff like that, there will be spoilers. And just for a bit of context, I did review the first two seasons. I reviewed season 1 like almost a couple of weeks ago, and I reviewed season 2 like a week or so ago. And so I really did enjoy the first season still. I always will enjoy that season, but the second season took me by surprise because I did enjoy the season a little bit better than I remembered. However, there was still a couple of things I didn't enjoy, but I'll link all that down below. You'll get to feel, how I felt about all of that kind of stuff. But today we'll talk about, season 3 and what I would give it out of 10. And I did finish the final episode last night, and I kind of just took my time to enjoy this episode because it feels like I've been marathoning the entire show right now, and obviously I've got season 4 to talk about as well, but there is all of that. So what you need to know when it comes to season 3 is it's set like a year after season 2, where we're now in the summer of 1985, and there is a few things going on like the second season, but this time it takes a dramatic tonal shift where we're in more of a fun, light-hearted type of scenario here, where it's more of a summer feel. It's not as depressing and dark. There is a few scenes and a few moments throughout the season where there is still kind of the strange monsters and everything, and all the craziness and how the world is on the line and everything's on the line. There is still moments like that, but for the most part it tries to be a lot more light-hearted. So you kick the season off, and what you've got here is you have the Russians, and then you've got the love relationships between all the guys like Mike and Eleven, Dustin and Susie, and then you've got Maxine and Lucas. But then we are also introduced to this new character called Robin, who is played by Mia Hawke or whatever, and she is in this, Starcourt Mall, where they are the Scoop Troops, and Steve's character, played by Joe Keery, is scooping ice cream for a living now. So they're all in a different situation here. There's a little bit more things going on, but we'll talk about how I felt about it right here, right now, because I'm going to be honest into saying that I didn't actually mind it this time around. I think I actually do prefer it to season 2 a little bit here, because the tone is a lot more exciting, a lot more interesting, as we get to have more fun with these characters. Sure, there are times where it feels a bit goofy and over the top, but at least the show knows that it is having a lot of fun, so it just kind of rolls with it, that let's have a bit of fun. And also what I do appreciate here is you've actually got like a kind of like a villain character, where he is the embodiment of the Terminator. You even got references to Back to the Future, so there's a lot of fun to be had throughout the season. I also do appreciate that we do get moments with Hopper and Joyce in the show, like that was pretty decent. And then we're introduced to the new character called Alexei, who is like this Russian dude, and he's trying to, you think he's this guy where he's like a horrible Russian man that really, he's on the same side as the Russians that want to take everyone else out, but really he just wants to have fun. He wants to drink stuff from Burger King. Like, he's just sitting here having a fun time. And it is a lot to be enjoyed about all of that. I mean, you've also got to talk about the finale episode in here that's really quite enjoyable. But I do enjoy the season as a whole. I really did enjoy it, and it's really good, and it took me by surprise, because I remember the first time I was like, oh, they've got the stuff about the mall rats, and then I remember one of my complaints in a video from a few years ago where I was like, oh, Hopper's a silly guy. But what his character is all about in this season is, it's kind of bouncing off of the fact that it's more of a silly tone. So that is why Hopper is a bit more silly, a bit more cartoonish in the season, and he's trying to figure himself out, because he wants the best for Eleven and he wants the best for Mike, but he also wants to have a good time, and he also wants to be still enjoying his life no matter what. And you do get the scenes where, you know, Hopper and Joyce, Alexei and the other guy, I think his name is Murray, right? They're trying to run away from the Terminator character, and I did enjoy that as well. So there is a lot I enjoyed about this season. And there is also Billy in the season as well, and he plays more of a villain aspect in the season, and how it is a bit, I will be honest, it is a little bit still strange how Billy is in this season, and how he's walking through, you know, he works at this like swimming pool place as a lifeguard. And then something happens to him one night where he gets attacked by the rats, and the monsters are from the upside down, and he turns into a villain, and then he has a weird deep voice, and then everything goes crazy. But what I do appreciate is that they do actually pay this off, where, you know, all the characters actually realise that actually something strange, no pun intended, is going on with Billy's character, and they all come together, they all figure it out, which is why I actually really do enjoy the final episode so much, because it's a culmination of everything that came before in the season, and you actually feel like, yeah, everything actually has a payoff here, everything is actually going to make sense, and everything is going to turn out the way that it should. And so that's why I do enjoy it, and the Starcourt Mall and all of that, like that whole aesthetic of the mall and how much it represents 80s fashion and things, like I really did enjoy that. So there is all of that. And then what I do also really do enjoy about this season is that they do actually kill the Mind Flayer. It's not like it's a, you know, a plot line that keeps dragging on and on and on and on. Like finally they do kill off the Mind Flayer, and Billy dies. No, you know, spoilers, but Billy does die with the Mind Flayer, and I do appreciate that. And there was something kind of entertaining about how the kids were throwing fireworks at it, and then Steve was coming in to help, Jonathan was coming in to help, and everything was kind of culminating into that sort of thing. So I did actually really enjoy this season, and I actually do prefer it to season 2. I will be honest, because there is no nonsense episodes when, like, there's like filler arcs where nothing happens. Like there's always something kind of going on in the background. There's always something kind of building towards something. So I am glad that I did enjoy it a little bit more this time. And so yeah, that's my review of Stranger Things 3 from 2019. I hope you enjoyed this review, and stay tuned for more like this one. It's kind of crazy to think that I've just kind of been speed running this whole thing. Like I just click on an episode, oh it's time to watch the next episode, you know, and we're almost at the season 4 review already. Like it kind of feels like time flies at the moment, you know. So there is all of that. I hope you enjoyed this review, and stay tuned for more like this one, because I have been having fun doing these reviews of the Stranger Things show. So that's it. Stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next time. See you on the other side of the upside down. Do 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 do.